You're right in front of the camera.
Sorry. That's a big block right there. Block it out.
Do you see it as everybody else sees it? Oh yeah, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, let me see. Oh yeah. So weird
That's
to
pretty
be on
cool.
that side. Ghost is really like a movie star, a famous star in YouTube.
I thought he was like the
Oh,
more,
Ghost Rider, I love his work.
more like the
all
guy behind the scene.
Hey
Is
guys,
that?
Yeah.
I knew he'd be here.
they're coming for him.
Oh, there's Janet. We've been here since 11. Early. Janet honking because maybe Eric can hear. Get balloons out. Serious.
Yeah. Stay on them.
Okay, get him.
Huh?
Get him.
He'll be out soon, guys. We're waiting for him to get out. It's Janet pulling up. Janet.
That's cool. Janet's making her appearance for
Hey!
what?
Come here and get the balloons out while I hold the door and then open this other car.
Oh, okay.
All right. He's about to be out pretty soon.
Am I blocking it?
Put them over by the
Wait until he comes out.
All right. I believe they have an offerings altar right here in the front, guys.
Yeah?
Right there. See that? We have something to put on the offerings altar for the man behind the curtain, so that in hopes that he's free.
Hi, how are you? Good.
All right.
Although we might get arrested for that, they might consider that a bribe,
No.
but we can still pray to the man behind the curtain that he's out. Isn't that an offerings altar right there in front of the doors?
Yeah.
Put him on the bed somewhere.
Yeah. Put them right next to the Burger King, babe.
Probably gonna come out that side door, don't you think?
No, right at the front doors.
That's the
Like,
front door?
yeah, they opened it up again. He'll be coming out the front.
Walking out a little after 2.
Yeah, yeah. We have an offerings altar right here.
Eric's gonna just let these go because he's free. Set him, you know.
They didn't bring Rusty here, guys.
Huh?
He'll get Rusty here soon enough.
Oh, but maybe they won't stay.
Put them in the flowers. That way you
That's
brought
right.
flowers too.
We got 2 weights. I almost didn't think I needed it.
Happy fucking Cops Day.
They were probably damaging property. Good Eric.
It is Burger King. It's fresh. I just got it. I just got here with it. So hopefully it'll be good. I don't think he'll complain one bit about it being a little cold. I can't hardly see the screen, guys. It's a little bright out here. I can see some of it. Clouds are coming, so I can see. Brandt bait. Brandt bait. This is the offerings to the man behind the curtain, maybe.
My God. Because I used to have a bunch of different. This is all I had left.
You're waiting at Burger King? No, we brought Burger King here.
Driver's side.
I stopped at the Burger King here in Golden. I just got here with it. It's fresh from Burger King. So hopefully it isn't going to be an hour out here. Alright. He will be coming through those doors after 2 o'clock. There'll be a man coming in here shortly with the ankle bracelets that they can put them on them. And they're tapping on the windows already. I don't see which window. Did you guys bring any signs? Ah, I got one. They're all making noise. Well, they're all making noise up there.
Tell everybody, please tune in to Ghost. He will be here early and in high definition.
And with Burger King.
Oh, did you bring it? Oh, no shit.
It's on the offerings
I was gonna do
altar.
it, but I wanted him to have it like flame rolled fresh, right?
It's on the offerings altar here. I just got it from the Burger King right down the street here. It's fresh. Hopefully it ain't gonna be too long, otherwise it won't be so fresh.
It's alright, it's nice and toasty out here, so
He ain't gonna complain one bit.
it's gonna be, oh yeah, I'm sure even cold will taste like glory. Okay, everything in there, right?
Yep.
He's probably right here. Danny, how are you?
All right, we'll back up a little bit here. We'll get over here to the handicap spot here. Oh, particularly my stand.
I've been dropping food on purpose and picking it up and eating it.
There we go. Now I might be able to see my screen.
Yeah, George, you're there.
Oh, I was going to show you guys my tripod here. Can you guys see that? Very well.
Twice on Tuesday.
That's all. That's all from the riots and whatnot, from getting hit by pepper balls and all that. That's all the stuff on the tripod. Still haven't cleaned it off. They're all going nuts up there. They're all going nuts.
Just like the anticipation.
That's my favorite saying right there. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, me too. Because I say it all the time. It's like,
Anybody bring their commands for him?
I think they released because we saw a guy get out and he had a mask. I think they give him one.
Maybe, maybe not. Just in case.
Deducted from their commissary.
Brian had to work, so he can't be there.
A little bit after 2, right, Ghost?
I should
A little
put
bit
on
after
gloves
2?
so I can shake his
A little bit after 2 is when he'll get up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if the guy already went in for the ankle monitors. Did you see a guy carry in a box?
No.
Yeah. You haven't been watching very closely.
Oh, the GPS guy? No, I've been paying attention. Mostly looked like attorneys. Nobody had a box though.
Yeah, the guy come flying in that car.
No, that wasn't one.
He had a briefcase.
Right. Must be a lawyer.
Yeah, that's what we figured.
or bondsman, I should say.
Oh, babe, I take all the, what do you call that? Stuff you put in a balloon? What is that called? Helium, I think it's all gone.
Nah, it's there.
Which means those things ain't worth shit then. We can't hold it for a couple of hours.
All right, guys. Let's see here. Should be. What time do we got here? It's 2:01, guys. Right now. So if the ankle or the GPS guy had already made it inside, they'd already be fitting them with it. But we don't even know if he's in there yet.
There's people clapping or.
Oh yeah, both sides. Both sides. I don't have any. Did you bring chalk?
You know, I said I was gonna put some in the truck, but I don't think it ever got there.
Oh.
We can't remember everything.
He can't be exactly late, guys. He's on their schedule still. You know? It'll be after 2. We just don't know how far after.
Yeah.
Excited there for a minute.
He wants to shake Eric's hand. Eric don't want to touch it.
Tell Monkey he's getting chunky. They're saying you're getting chunky.
It's all powerful.
I wouldn't think he'd want to be locked up any longer.
I'm pretty excited. Yeah, I'm shocked.
He's going to be crying when he comes out.
Yeah, I would too.
It's like 6
Tears
months
of
in
joy,
here.
though, you know.
Yeah, oh yeah. 6 months in here. Yeah, he'll be crying when he comes out.
Oh, we're so glad to see you, ladies. We can't wait for Eric to get out.
Fuck the police.
This must be them to put
Oh,
it on there.
good way to.
That must be the GPS ladies. But I don't know for sure.
Or, kids in here?
No.
He's probably gonna go see his.
Huh?
It's getting a little windy out here. Hopefully it doesn't get too much on the mic there. How's the mic sounding, guys? Wind's picking up.
Glittering if you walk away from it and you don't come back.
What is it?
Jeff is here on his MC Tyra Hunter business card. He sent him to me to pass that to Denver.
Look what I got. Oh, 2.
I love that.
Happy fucking Cops Day.
Where's the GPS man?
They just went in.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they just went in.
Oh, woman.
I wonder if they're going to push him to the front of the line or if they're going to make him wait. Probably as much as
It does barely hit your hand. Yes, they all are.
Never mind that. I'll ask you when you're done. In a little bit.
How is the audio? Is it getting hit by the wind bad? Can somebody tell me how the audio is? Janet does have a card and I have a card. Is the wind hitting it bad or are we good?
Here's the regular sound.
Somebody did answer. I just didn't see it. Yeah, it's a little windy. That isn't Eric shouting. That's his box.
I just can't stand it.
The push box that he has. They brought it along. It's not terribly bad. Okay. You can see Chunky Monkey.
Probably all know Eric.
I would
And
imagine.
they know he's getting out today. Oh, there's somebody over there too. Hi.
I like that one.
Somebody was banging over there.
Oh yeah, right there on the first floor.
How
Right
can you
there,
see him? I
up-
can't see
I
him.
can. I just
You
hear
can
'em.
just barely see them. They're
Yeah.
straight that way.
Uh,
You can see their hands up against the windows at times, but they're right there. At least that one is. They're all over. Probably got some over here too.
So what are you gonna do for 4 hours?
Caterpillar. Tom.
That baby's mama. Baby's 2 weeks old.
Anonymous. Good hair
Fucking
day.
in jail.
Good hair day, huh?
Bring it back up.
What? Whatever.
He just went to bond her out in 4 hours, they said.
Wow.
It's a 2-week-old baby in there.
What's wrong?
There's a 2-week-old baby in there, and that place is filled with
In the,
corona.
oh
How
my.
do you fucking take a
I'll be
mom?
scared to death, man.
What the fuck?
Yeah, how do you take a mom to jail with a baby?
Last time
I
I was
don't
here,
know.
they did it too.
Makes me sick.
I want Eric's phone. We gotta not forget that it's in this pocket.
It couldn't have been for murder. The guy's right here with the car seat.
Oh, he's picking up the baby?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
He went in, no, the
He
baby's
went in to
the
bail her
thing.
out.
Oh God.
We are in Denver on the way to Jeffco.
That's pretty neat. Because you could throw a sandbag down
Mm-hmm.
with a,
Yeah.
and that thing won't blow over on you.
Yep. Yep.
I don't know.
That's probably what it's made for. Not for holding your water.
Yeah.
But the water works as a weight too.
Yeah, it does. Actually, a pretty good weight. I mean, they use it for barricades.
That's the cutest baby I've seen.
Oh, you seen that?
Yeah.
We need to. Oh, we need to pray at the altar. Is that what you're saying?
He had two black eyes in the I'm like, take him back, that's not mine. I swear I did. And he had a cone head.
We got to pray at the offerings altar.
Put a beanie on him, a blue beanie, and he looked even worse. I'm like, take him back. I'm tired.
I wear a mask with earrings on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have
In
a,
fact, one, I lost one.
I'm gonna have a granddaughter in a couple of weeks.
Oh, damn, I
What
lost
now?
my
What
ear.
did you say?
I'm gonna have a
Yeah,
granddaughter
first
in a couple of
grandchild.
weeks. It'll be
Is
your
that my
first
ear?
time grandpa.
Nice save, babe. Yeah, I can't wear
Can't
earrings.
wear shit with the mask.
And I'm stoked.
I need to smoke a cigarette.
Mike Stevens.
Hey, he was smoking one right here.
Yeah?
Nobody said nothing.
Yeah, listen to my guy and get arrested.
I've never
It's
had
coming
problems
out,
with
I didn't have to look at it.
Actually, no, James Barnes. What it is it's interference.
So ask him to call. But I was telling people I didn't think he would be out there until at least 2:30. I tried to tell them that.
I didn't think it. I remember when I got mine, they slapped it right on. Took a tool that crimped it so you couldn't, get it off.
Right.
And I was. course, I wasn't like him.
Yeah.
I wasn't locked up and then got it. I had to go in and get mine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
After.
he's got to go down to Denver and get one. Where else?
Ah.
Where else does he have to get one? Denver and where?
He needs a ride to Elbert County on Tuesday.
Is that where
Maybe.
he needs the other one?
I have
Or is
no
it
idea.
Adams?
I thought they would put them all three on right here.
Oh no, they don't have one from other counties here.
You can pay the bond here
Yes.
from other counties.
Yes.
Can't they just take that same chip? And
Yeah,
if you
what's
come
the
into
deal
their
with 3
county?
GPSs? That's
Everybody wants to keep tabs on them.
It's
Yeah.
money.
Last
It's
time he
all
had-
about
when he went in,
money.
he had 2 of them on.
Yeah, but don't concern yourself with the, rapists walking out there and all the freaking murder. Our friend got busted with all kinds of stuff, and they let him go. Gave him his car back, hasn't even been to court.
Wow.
And he's walking the streets.
Lord.
And I mean felonies. And he was blown away himself.
If you watched Free Potatoes, they did a storm robbery
Mm-hmm.
on her the other day, and they cited him being arrested on a felony.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's so much more wrong than Eric is in there 6 months.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah.
Never violent, never.
Hmm?
See, it's only 4.
Well, we'll round it off to 6. That's what I tell
what I
every,
do. I
every
went
store
from
I
4
go
to
in.
6.
My friend's in jail for his words. These people are like, I didn't ask you nothing, lady. I'll tell everybody. Because I'm not from here. I hate this place. I'm serious. When we first moved here, we never took a bus in California.
They want to know where Rusty
We didn't
Roo
know
is,
how to ride
of course.
buses.
Where's
Seriously?
Rusty? Rusty's with
With the
Debbie.
grant, yeah.
Debbie.
Rusty's being
Anyways.
taken care of. They didn't bring him down.
We
No,
gave,
they're gonna go get him.
Yeah,
got it
we'll go
all
get
covered.
Rusty here.
Avity is.
yeah, they're all, everybody's concerned
Eric's
about
over there to get it.
Anyways,
Today?
Yeah.
the
Okay.
city gave us, they took my car, impounded it, said I stole it. I was arrested, so was Tom, because he was out there trying to get the alarm off our car in King Supers. They took us to jail, said I stole my own car, wouldn't let me get the paperwork out of the glove box. We spent one night in jail, and they released us and totally threw it out of court. But the car was an impound,
Did
and
you
we
sue
had
him?
no money, so I lost
Did you
it.
sue him?
No.
No.
We were just
should've
barely
sued 'em.
here. We just pulled into town, and we went to
This
work.
was back in like 2007.
2008.
You should have sued him. God.
Oh, I had plenty to. They stole my necklace. when I was
False
there.
arrest.
Yeah, exactly.
Theft of your vehicle.
And all I kept saying is, I didn't steal it. It's
You're
my
gonna have
car.
some pulled pork, huh?
And the fact that they called my name in King Supers, Kathleen Foley, please come to the front desk.
No.
Kathleen Foley. They knew my name. So if I stole the car, why would they know my name? Because they ran it. It's registered to me. Hello? But
And
yet
then they
I thought
arrest
I won
you.
free groceries.
And they
I'm like,
arrest
oh,
you.
they're calling my name. I thought they're like it was a giveaway. You come to the customer service. I thought I won something. There's these cops arrest me right in King Supers.
Jeez.
And Tom was out there trying to shut the alarm off. They tackled him and took him away. So when I get out, they're going, do you know a Tom Wilcox? And I'm thinking, I better say no with all this attention. Oh no, never heard of him. They asked me like 4 times, and all of a sudden this cop car pulls up. Tom's in the back seat. And I go, oh, you mean him? Oh, God. Anyways, when we got out, we had to take a bus. So they give us these bus tokens down at the Ready Man where we worked, a temp service.
Right.
We got free tokens, It was one roll. So we get on the bus. We don't know how to ride the bus here, let alone anywhere. We didn't ride buses. So Tom puts one in for me, and I go walking, and one for him. The thing is, it took 8 tokens per person. So right away, the bus driver thinks we're a criminal. And she starts embarrassing Tom. Are you idiot? And then people are going, it takes 8 tokens. And Tom was just like in a mood. So he threw the whole rest of the tokens at the little thing that you put in, and the bus driver picked up the phone. Unbeknown to us, we're riding to the next stop.
Cops show
And
up?
yeah, come
Oh,
on the
God.
bus undercover with the, his tag underneath his t-shirt. I knew they were cops. Tom didn't. Tom proceeds to tell him to fuck off and fights them. The one guy, to where they drug him off the bus and put him at Colfax and Colorado Boulevard on the ground, hog-tied him for that. And I'm sitting there going, what the hell?
Look, you can see the table's really good from here.
The table, oh yeah. Yeah, you can. Anyway, so we've hated him ever since. Then we saw Eric, and we said, that's my kind of guy. He hates them too. But we had reasons. Well, look what they
I'm
do.
right behind the
That
camera.
was 2008.
Oh yeah. See, at that time, I still didn't think there was anything wrong with them.
Yeah. Well, I knew there was.
The cow has been
something.
slaughtered on the altar in the center of the screen. Burger King, that's right.
Oh, me neither, but no.
I was working too many jobs.
But I pretty
I was a
much.
boot shiner at one time.
I know what Jan's saying because I was like.
My problem is
I
that
still thought you
lick the
trust
wrong
them.
boots. You know, that'd be my issue. Then I have to do it all over again.
I need to be in front. How do I operate the camera when I'm in front?
I just want everybody to know that I'm still faithful.
Oh no, I take that back because Nicholas
Happy
was like
fuck the
5
No,
years old.
it'll be fine, guys, for the burger.
He was
It'll be
5 years
fine.
old. I got pulled over and I had a convertible, and he's in the back seat and goes, "My mom hates the cops." Straight up. And the cop sitting there writing me a ticket, going, "Really? Your mom hates the cops?" I swear he said that. He was like 6, so that's how long ago I hated the cops. I forgot about that.
Helena?
Well, yeah, I have a tripod.
You know, Eric
I don't need to
told
stand
me
in
that
front of it, though.
4 minutes.
Where are you?
Maybe because no one wants to see your fucking face.
That's right, it'll break the
No,
camera.
I did not. I said at 2.
You can't see a ghost.
Yes, and it's
Don't you guys get it?
2:20.
I'm right in front of you guys. Can't you see me? I'm waving right now.
I got that impression when I met her at Corbin.
Wipe yours.
Showed me pictures of her daughter.
Oh, I know all about it.
Yeah, the whole-
I've seen the pictures quite a few times.
Hey, did you ask her if she knew anything about why he called you yesterday?
Oh yeah, Eric. I missed a call from Eric yesterday. I
He
figured
had-
he had a message.
He had me put
It won't be long
$50
for him
on
to come out,
his
guys.
phone,
Yeah.
And then doesn't want it to stay in it, so he was going to call everybody every
Oh, and run it
hour.
out. I get
Yeah,
ya.
he was gonna.
Ah, damn it! I thought he cared. Because I'd sit there going, looking all the time. Has Eric called? No. Why would he? He has plenty of people that he.
Oh yeah, I don't even call.
One of
He's
the
not
other
going to call the
inmates,
locals.
one of the other inmates called me to inform me that Eric's phone privileges have been turned off because they were processing them out.
I hope he ran
So-
that bill.
But Eric did get on the phone briefly.
Oh, did he?
Called me because he had to run his money out. That makes me feel super special. And I missed the call too.
Yeah, because I think once you put it on there, you can't get it back
No,
off.
of course not.
No.
They got every way they can keep the money. So. Those balloons look sad.
There for a while though, it was pretty cool when they were actually putting him on TV, you know, when he made the phone calls, but I don't know why they stopped that.
Oh, when they were doing the video ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the video conferencing ones is what it was. So those cost more to do for the video conferencing.
And they're a pain in the ass to set up.
I thought it was free from the jail. That's how
Oh, no.
stupid I am. I thought it was pretty cool though.
Yeah, we
You
got
know,
to
you
see
could
him.
actually
We
see
got to
him.
see him every now and then.
It is a nice little flavor. Fuck the police.
Hey,
Happy Fuck the Cops Day!
You guys wearing your mask?
That is
It's not on camera, right?
Comes walking out of a building that the sign says there's supposed to be a mask worn in.
Hey, way to think of everyone else's safety. That's why people say fuck the police.
And
we
that's why
enjoy it.
the guilty ones get pissed.
Yeah.
The nice ones stop and talk.
Hey, the next time you're fucking walking from this building, don't be having tobacco products in your mouth. As per fucking policy, asshat. Woo! Fucking swallow it if you're gonna have it in there.
Yeah, you don't work.
Swallow it like when
Are
fucking
you
the
a
captain's
sheriff or
around.
cop fed?
huh?
On duty still. On property.
I'm sure
Don't
about
beat
it.
your wife or dog too hard. Get a better truck. That thing's a piece of shit.
Especially the dog.
Now he's bashing the car. Yeah, how much money do you guys make? A lot. Yeah.
There's going to be a lot less of
Got a
them
cup
pretty
holder.
soon. I'm pretty sure
That's clever.
when they start defunding them all.
You know when they reporters have those fuzzy things around their microphones or whatever?
Here comes one with a
Fuck
mask.
Denver County. Fuck Jefferson County.
Filter the noise.
Although I'm glad to see you wearing a mask. I hope you're not the one that they were complaining about, only wearing the mask on camera.
You know the fuzzy thing that goes on the microphone.
Oh, they call them cats.
Call them what?
Cats.
Cats.
Cat?
Hey, we got Meal Team 6 over there.
Oh, cat.
Cat. C-A-T.
Like this one.
Well, not a cow. A cat.
That cat,
C-A-T.
C-A-T, like meow.
They call them cats. I don't have one because the microphone's built into the phone. So, I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
even though you can shoot close up, you can't hear it. No. Close up.
yeah,
Or I mean, far away.
yeah. Well, I could get one that plugs into it. It would clip onto the phone. That'd be like a boom mic that would have that on it. But I haven't gotten that yet. Haven't gotten that far. One of these days, maybe.
Fair people.
I'm sure they're gonna let everybody out.
Everybody. Dead cat, huh?
Hey, Bruce.
Those balloons are going to take off.
The what?
I'm afraid they're going to come out of the planter.
Yeah,
I
Robin.
don't want them to
They even say I look like Bill Murray. You haven't seen my audit with Johnny
We've seen you
50
lie in it.
introducing me as Bill Murray.
I hope they let him out before the thunderstorm. I gotta go cover up my tomato plants.
Sorry.
What, you're too worried they're going to fly away?
Hey, look, somebody's stealing the balloon.
That crazy lady stealing the balloons over there.
It ain't over till the fat lady sings. Got it?
It ain't over to the fat lady sings.
No, I don't want to be on camera.
Not too much longer, guys.
How you know?
Because it's 2:23 right now, and the
So
ladies,
they went in at 2
ladies
o'clock?
went in.
Exactly?
Yeah, ladies went in. I don't know. I don't know why she moved the balloons.
I show you, babe. I forgot my pocket
Huh,
knife.
it sounds good, Too Tall Rob.
I'm trying to untangle them.
Too Tall Rob's making pulled pork
You got a
again.
pocket knife on you?
I don't want to cut them.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you're going to be able to untangle them.
Maybe not, but maybe I will. They look better on
No, she brought them.
Maybe
Oh, you mean
should
the
let
other
one
lady?
go
I don't know.
right now like a drum roll, you know?
camera. I can't even get one in close.
How you doing, Eyes on Corruption? What's that? Move closer so we can see his expression whenever it comes out. I can zoom, guys. I can't see my screen. There. How about that? I can't see my screen out there in the sun so easy. Zoom out a bit. Yeah, it's too close. Is that better?
That's called control adjustment.
They're only 15, 20 yards away from the door. But I'm standing in the shade here. We got Burger King with us. I asked him on the phone, should I bring it with or does he want to stop? He says, you can bring it with.
What about the rest of us?
What about the rest of you?
The fuck?
Are you getting out of jail? Are you getting your Burger King meal? Your favorite meal when you come out?
Yeah?
Did you get out of jail today?
Yeah, I am. I'm in there with Eric every day. Okay.
You're in there with him. Okay. There goes a bondsman. Burger's gonna be frozen? No, it's plenty warm out here,
We
guys.
purposely left it in the sun.
Yeah, it's in the sun.
Happy fuck the cops day.
Does Eric not have to serve 7 months in
Me too.
Adams? I don't know that he's been sentenced to 7 months in Adams, guys. I don't believe he has.
Hi, how are you? Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I know we've been here since 11. We didn't get the memo. Yeah, we've been here since 11.
That name Keith.
I called and the lady.
Everybody's chilling out over to the right now, sitting down. Just about all of them. No, it's just her. They're standing over there.
Yeah, they did.
Some stuff I have in the car.
Oh well. I'm sweating. I don't know because I feel like everybody's COVID-19.
You're not interested in it.
Abney tells Tom, I've been licking handrails and eating food off the floor on purpose.
I had to throw
Yeah.
the Sanchez out in that 351.
Well, I had washed my clothes the other day after getting all that pepper balled and tear gas. So I had my clothes all mixed together, including my underwear. Hopefully my privates aren't going to start burning
Well, I was gonna
from
say, if it starts to burn when you pee, we know it's not an STD.
All right. Hopefully they're not going to start burning from the pepper ball stuff.
Yeah.
That got mixed in with the clothes. Hopefully it washed it all out. Otherwise, it's going to be a very regretful day.
Then they say you gotta lick a handrail or two just so your immune system gets built up.
I wear underwear. That's odd. Oh, okay.
Now they separated.
What's up, Simon?
Oh, it's hot right here. I gotta move.
Bernie balls. Yep.
Got him?
What time did you get here?
Hmm?
What time did you arrive?
Just shortly before you guys did.
Nice shoes.
How you doing, Blue Eyes?
I just finished at work, so I just made it in time.
Hmm?
What?
I think you gotta do it saloon by
You're not the
saloon.
only one who got new shoes.
Oh, I hope.
Oh, can't touch this. It's an epidemic.
Okay.
New shoes?
New shoes.
You got new shoes?
Me? No.
Everybody has new shoes too. You see this?
These aren't new.
They look new.
No, they don't.
Genesis is hoping that it's not Eric.
Did somebody try to steal the balloons? Why did somebody say, hey, get the lady?
No idea.
Inside one of
Oh, thank you, Kazzy Kaz. What was that one? High 90s here. There, you're saying? Where's there? Cake order. It's not that warm out here. I think it's might be 80s. See what the temperature is here. No, 70s maybe. Yeah, 72 degrees. Hey, how you doing? 72 here, nice 72.
Well, but you just look like the one that might have done it.
You think so?
Yeah.
There go time for it. McDonald's bag.
That'll be enough to hold it down there.
Did you get the Burger King?
Yeah, it's right there on the offerings altar.
Did you get the chicken nuggets? I mean, did you get the chicken?
Oh, I didn't get nuggets. Damn it! I got the Whoppers and the fries. I did. I didn't. I forgot that he likes chicken
I
nuggets.
just lost my bet. I was like, damn. No, he does. He probably got them.
I forgot him. I forgot that he likes the chicken nuggets.
Now,
So I can be supernatural, but not superhuman. Huh?
Oh my God. She told me 4 minutes ago, and I'm dead.
Is that Otto?
Probably he said he was on his way.
Oh, right. You got a ladder at.
Oh, my drink thing ain't gonna last too much longer. The thing's got a snap on the
Fuck the police!
cut on the thing that holds it. That means pretty soon I won't be able to loop it onto my stand.
Just hanging out.
I got
Have
it.
a Monday afternoon.
We have 5 o'clock.
I gotta stop.
Oh, they made it. Damn. Here comes the other guys. Pikes and Otto are here now. How you doing, Sam Reports? Excuse to go back to Burger King? Yeah.
I want my t-shirts.
Huh?
So Otto, where's my t-shirt?
Yeah.
It's not his fault.
No.
It's not. It's the company, not Otto.
What company?
The company that makes them Teespring.
Oh, yeah.
They're the ones.
Well, we got right up there on the left side, bag of Burger King food.
Hi, Pikes.
What's happening, man?
Another day.
Tom, this is Pikes.
Nice to meet you, man.
I'm Caterpillar.
I know exactly
Oh,
who you
okay.
are. We met at the store.
Well, Liberty's like happening, and he goes, oh, and then we got some supporters right here. It's like, hello, I have a stage name. Cigarettes.
They're taking their time releasing them, obviously.
We only finished these all last All right, what do we got going on here?
Eric was supposed to be out a half hour ago.
Town Hall, Thursday, June 11th at 4 p.m. for Paul Cashman. That's one of the city councilors. That's the one that's looking into some of the police abuse that happened during the protesting and then riots afterwards. It was the police brutality that caused the riots, more or less. They didn't think that through very well. They escalated it on everybody almost immediately with the pepper balls and the tear gas. When you have the right to assemble, you have the right to protest.
Oh, cry it up.
They'd even
Yeah,
be
we
out
know
there on
you're
the
there.
they'd be out there on the sidewalk and they're getting gassed and pepper balled. First night, as a matter of fact, I got some footage of that one. where they're out there at the sidewalk, not even up close to the building. So they violated, I don't know, 40 people's rights right then and there. Committed acts of violence on them. See him charging 3 ankle monitors? Yeah, that'd be fun to watch. I don't know if he'd do it all at the same time or not. Probably. So I knew when they were all done. Hey, look up here on the right here. Help COVID-19. They're complaining about the COVID-19 in the jail, guys.
Thank you for wearing masks.
Talk about police!
Look at the sign they're putting up there.
What?
Help COVID-19.
Political privilege for saying words.
Liberty. Help COVID-19. They're putting that on the windows.
Did the girls feel unsafe and they wanted an escort?
Probably. Yeah, you gotta be credentialed. Or Ghost Rider.
They weren't taken, guys. That was Caterpillar that moved them, guys.
6 months.
She moved them off to the side. She was worried about them coming loose
Cops Day.
from the wake.
Fucking police.
Oh, look at you with the big bad fucking camera, huh?
Oh wow,
Perfect size for him.
big camera there. Is that what I think that is?
Nikon P1000.
Yeah.
The 1000?
Asshole. Asshole.
1000?
Is that one yours?
P1000.
Is that one yours?
Point it
Oh,
at that
one
butt
is-
over there. I want to see
know
this.
who that one is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So got it set up
So,
to my
Right there, dude. That butt.
oh man.
Fuck the police.
That's crazy.
Good job, dude. So you got the P1000.
Hey, I heard that your video's been stolen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Stolen.
Yeah, Denver News fucking hijacked that shit, huh?
Well, a lot of people did. I've been in contact with a lot of them. So
Right?
I've been signing releases to some of them. One has said so far that they're not going to sign a release.
Blowing that way. Okay. Blowing that way. It's not blowing.
You know, they're claiming fair use on it. Of course, they might be able to get away with that because it says it's, anything with news purposes a lot of times goes to fair use, right?
Right.
But it's funny though because all of these stories on it say it's copyrighted.
Hey man, they copyright
They say
they
they say
copyright their shit.
They say their stories are copyrighted, but wait a minute, it's news.
Right.
That makes it fair use. That means the copyrights aren't worth nothing.
So what if your video is only 30 seconds long and they only show 25 seconds of it? Right?
yeah. It doesn't matter if you show the whole thing or not, according to what the thing said.
Right, as long as you use commentary,
you guys being
loaded in with other
You don't even
shit.
have to do
Who
commentary
says hi,
according
Otto?
to it. You don't
Hi.
even have to
He doesn't say shit to
transform it.
Pikes though. Fuck Pikes.
Fuck Pikes. This guy.
I don't even think you have to transform
What?
it if it's news.
She was asking
You
about
know what I mean?
I don't pay attention.
She said, who's that good looking guy that is he single?
She's not talking to me.
Yes. Like your smile, mister.
Use it all.
This thing is fucking badass, dude.
Oh,
I just figured out how to do continuous shots.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, this would have been nice the other night. Then I looked at the lenses like, that'd be a bitch to get all that powder dust out of.
That would be.
Yeah, and that's an
They probably
expensive camera.
fucking
man.
crack that thing.
That lens need to be cleaned.
Was your shit all dusty?
It was a little bit, yeah. I just wiped off the backside of it today. Look at my stand right here.
Oh my god.
Crap. That was them shooting at me from that one night when I was on the corner.
Right.
Actually, multiple times.
I've been looking at the different cameras.
lick it. No, I know what it is.
Oh yeah.
They won't fit me.
So I haven't cleaned it yet, but the tripod's been to a war zone. Johnny 5-0's in the house.
I just haven't done it. Fuck that guy.
Yeah,
Oh wait, you're live, huh?
yeah. Bat guy.
That guy. Yeah, that guy.
Fuck bat guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
The 5-0 at the end of his name.
Oh.
That's because we're at the jail. Oh, whoa! I was wondering where the fucking farm smell was coming from. Rough pig, take off.
Bell. How you doing, Bell?
Hey, if COVID-19 was black, you would have already beaten it.
There's Janet. Wondering where she was. There she is.
That was one of the greatest lines I heard Otto say.
I wear 11. Oh my God.
11? No, you don't. If those last shoes I gave you fit, those are an 11. They were 10. Yeah, that's true. Oh, those are cute.
Oh yeah.
There's a Safeway on the way home.
Come on, damn it.
Man, we're closed any moment.
I know.
We'll be cracking
Those
down the
balloons
door.
are getting pissed. They want air. And they're saying, fuck the job.
Free on Brandt!
Yeah, you think we're impatient? You know what?
One bottle of Mountain Dew. 1 liter in size. Hopefully that'll be enough to get him to the store to get more, because he's going to chug this thing. I know he will.
One of the bond conditions typical of the process is a big law.
Yeah, everybody's on.
They're very merry fucking cocktails.
But I didn't set the Mountain Dew in the sun because I didn't want it getting hot. But I did bring it. Yeah, it's in the was in the car, so yeah, the Burger King in the sun should stay warm enough. What's your new setup here? You got going?
It was the one that caught the guy slapping my phone from across the street. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Nice.
got lucky with this one. This has great footage.
That one streams directly to
Yeah, if I hook it up, it sure can.
hook it up to what?
To the phone and the live stream. Or the live stream.
To the live stream directly?
Yeah.
Nice. But you have to have it hooked with a wire.
Yeah. And I haven't done any of that yet. I still have to learn a few things about it.
We're all here waiting, guys. Otto's right behind me. They're all behind me. Standing behind me.
$11 for John.
Did you go through Wish?
Now this is some part of a combo pack. Which
Oh yeah, he'll eat it, guys. You know he will. There's actually 2 burgers in there. 2 Whoppers.
Oh, you know, that's how shitty it is.
That's Poland?
Right. I mean, every connection is $3. That's what it is.
Oh, beautiful. That's
Happy fucking Cops Day.
Polish
Where's
cops
the Polish cop?
right here. They are
Oh.
really nice to people, but because they are afraid of Polish people. Polish cops are afraid of Polish people. Because Polish people will not put up with police brutality.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
how we're gonna go.
Eric is being free.
Everybody watches documentaries about Poland and what people need.
Aren't we also?
Dude, that's so beautiful.
So I saw a documentary of
Anyway,
Sweden. They said,
where's
"Fuck
this?
it, I'm hungry."
All right, guys. Should be soon. Anytime now. They have no more excuse to keep them inside.
Well, they have plenty of excuses to keep him inside. Derek Brandt.
Huh?
So they have plenty of excuses to keep him inside. Derek Brandt.
True. No legal reason, though.
Is it? Oh, wow. Oh, God. Oh, look at this sailboat.
Thank you for the donation, Eyes on Corruption.
That would be a nice picture.
What?
Yeah, she hired a sailboat.
How long ago was the robbery fee paid? When I checked the website yesterday, it had all been paid. The only thing that was holding him was the pretrial.
Daughter holding
So
God, that
I know it was cleared yesterday, so I don't know when it was all paid. We were down here the other day to pay part of it in cash, and I was down here with Janet when we did that one. And then the rest was paid after that. I'm not sure how soon after that it was paid, but they won't release him without an ankle monitor.
Oh, is that a cop?
That mustache, he looked like a cop.
He's waiting on one. Here comes the first one. So he must have been in line.
Man. Fuck police. You need a smoke or anything?
How far behind?
Stay together, but stay strong.
How far behind you was Eric? Eric Brandt.
Big rolly thing.
Yeah.
He's on his way out.
Yeah. You can bet.
Guys, wanna help some revolutionary music? Take down my name.
Hey.
I'm making protest music.
Oh, good. Hey,
We're all live streaming.
yeah, we're all live. You want some
Oh,
exposure?
I love the hat.
YSHUA.
So Eric is on his way out, he said.
Yeah, dude, friendly.
Yes, you can.
Fuck the police. Hey, dumb question. Anybody have a pair of pliers? Pliers?
Not on me.
Look at this shit.
Hey, we
Got
found
jammed on there.
Hey, Otto. We found your knife.
Huh?
We found your knife.
Where's my knife in the truck?
No, we found
Fucked
your
up,
knife
Oh, good. Thank you.
He
Did you find a bag of wet clothes?
somewhere.
That's like nowhere.
But Eric's
that's
about
like
to come
where I
out.
dream. I've never seen it.
Well, that sucks. I guess I'll just take some still photos.
You know that's him. You know why we know it's him? Because nobody gets out of jail with a big old rolling thing.
Where did she live?
But Eric Brandt.
Hey, I'm happy we made it.
Ghost is, you have soda in jail?
You're on like
They
five
have soda? No,
Not even in commissary, huh?
I don't think
So
so.
you get everything but soda.
expensive there.
Wow. So he's been this long without a soda.
I don't know. Do they get soda in jail here?
I don't know. I've never been to jail here.
Abity, you've been in
Oh, yeah,
here.
he's
Do they
been-
have soda here?
In their commissary?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Soda's a thing in jail, guys.
Hmm?
It's kind of a common sense thing that soda's not a thing in jail.
Yeah. But ramen noodles is, and beef jerky and potato chips.
Oh, Wolfie Gladly's in there now, huh?
Apparently he's stream hopping.
Traitors, bitch.
What's up, you driven?
Yeah, she has a degree in area and
Thank you all for being in
regional
here.
development.
Team 3 locked and loaded.
Did you get hit downtown?
Oh yeah, I got tear gas. They threw a canister at me as soon as I got there that Friday night.
They said, oh shit, it's Pike, and just threw it at you?
Yeah, so
Is that it?
They pushed everyone down off of the Capitol, down the hill, and I ran up, right? the stairs on the side.
Yeah.
And I've got good footage of them actually throwing canisters out at the people and shooting with their paintball guns.
Right.
And then someone threw a damn canister right at me down the stairs.
Imagine that.
So I ran down the stairs, and then when I got into the park, I'm over there with like ZFG and the Colorado Donkey Watch.
Right.
And they come around the corner and they aim directly at us.
Yeah, I've seen some of your
That's,
footage.
so the one where I'm standing behind you, I'm not recording. So you are getting pelted, right? And I'm standing right there with you, and they hit my arm, and then they hit the curb right next to us. You remember
They hit my leg.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
They hit my
those are-
stand too. So.
That's where I was, right? When I got hit, the actual time I think I got hit in the arm.
Ah, okay. Did that one bruise?
It did bruise a little bit, but it went
Wow.
away quickly.
I turned around so that I had my leather jacket
I
on
know.
so that I couldn't bruise from
You were
it.
getting pelted with that too.
Yeah, actually, I need to wash my jacket. I haven't even looked at it. I know it's all white and stuff from the stuff. So it's pretty bad.
It ain't that bad.
Ain't that bad? No, it doesn't stick to leather very well.
Nice haircut, buddy.
Yes.
Tear gas is
Yeah. Or are you just gonna turn that? Free air Brandt.
But yeah, I plan for getting it. That's why I wore the leather jacket down there. Very nice.
old Black Widow nightmare. What's
Two different ones.
So they got him dressed in his street clothes already. We know that much. The question is how long is it going to take him to get that monitor on him so he can walk out the door.
Otto, I wanted my t-shirt so we could wear it today. I did know, and I tried to like jacket, but I don't have the order.
And Otto what? Otto's here. Otto's not live though.
I want to get it.
Well, he's got to get one monitor here. No, not Eric. They got to help him carry all his stuff out, guys. They got to help him carry his legal paperwork out, all that stuff that he brought in with him.
Government infiltrators, distractors, whatever.
It's always people on 23 legs. That's what I like.
31 people in 30 legs?
Yeah, they're doing 3 monitors, guys. He's only getting one here. They can put one on here. Then he's got to get one, I believe, from Denver. And I think he's got to get one from Elbert County or something. We're not sure where the third one is coming from.
Elbert County and Adams County tomorrow.
Albert and Adams? Oh, look at this. They gave him a cart. They gave him a cart to bring out all this stuff so they wouldn't have to carry it out and look foolish carrying it all. Happy fuck the cops raid. Shit is fucked up and stuff. Shit is fucked up and stuff.
Took them 2 hours to go through all my paperwork.
Is that all?
Remember, I'm contaminated.
He does have a mask, so they did give him one.
Alright.
We love you, Eric.
On the floor and licking hand railings. I'm
Oh,
good.
yeah.
I'm ready.
As long as you're not licking asphalt, you're okay. Did you hear that?
Yes, I have this
We have.
Oh, did you hear about the asphalt lickers?
too. No,
There's this thing going on where apparently licking asphalt has a fungus that helps cure the COVID virus.
Oh,
It's
really?
actually causing people injury.
okay.
Who said that?
It was on the news.
Oh my God.
That should we lick
Slim, huh?
that news.
Just by despite having $75 a week in commissary, I lost 25 pounds.
All
Yeah,
right.
bro,
And
yeah.
I gained it.
several people like this one kid, he's lost over 80 pounds. They finally put him on a high protein diet. So apparently you have to actually become ill in order for them to treat you. They don't do anything preventative.
Oh, wow.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
God.
And I didn't let them fuckers touch me.
Oh, okay, I love you, Eric.
Who's that?
Holly, no?
Oh,
When
Holly.
he's in dress
Hey,
up,
Holly.
dressed to leave.
Hey, that's quite the apparatus you got there, Otto.
It
So
sure
that's what they
is.
all say.
Oh, the camera!
And here I was thinking you weren't opening my letters.
Well, you know, they went through every single envelope.
No wonder it took so long.
Yeah, they literally went through every single envelope on my way out the door.
Oh, yeah?
So yeah,
Oh
it
my
took them.
God.
What are they
like
afraid
2
that
hours.
you're going to bring out?
Yeah.
I don't know. I left the clap in there. Did I ever tell you about the time I got crabs?
Yeah, that's what you forget.
Hey,
So the 6th and 7th floor are all COVID lockdowns now.
That's why they say it helps.
That's what I said.
yeah, they wrote it on the window out there.
So I can't get my court clothes. Those belong to a man named Alan Moody, and per policy, only Alan Moody can pick them up.
I'm loving the shoes. I wondered what he was wearing when he
That
got
would be FTP minis, right? Oh, those are
Hey, I know. I
Yeah,
sing
that's
terribly.
right. They're blinking.
Yes, they are blinking.
Eric, are those the clothes that they had there for court?
No, these are the clothes I came in with.
You had your flashing
So
shoes.
you
I
already
think I
got
did.
your-
Yeah.
you already got your
Yeah.
electronic ball
And
chain.
so this is one of 3 ankle monitors.
They're really gonna put 3 separate.
Yeah, I told the judge that I was eventually going to run out of legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying you're gonna have a
They
big
said to use your third leg.
small lithium battery that you can put in your
Exactly.
backpack, right?
Yeah,
A small
really.
inverter so that you always have
Very
to
labor.
power.
They said on the stream.
Gift for Janet.
Janet!
They said on the stream to use your third leg, Eric.
Yeah, I do want to. I had a speech if anybody wants to hear it.
Yes!
And Janet's gift is in here.
Can't wait!
Of course we wanna hear it.
So,
The jail.
the world has changed, huh?
Yes.
A little bit.
A little bit.
These blues are irritating me. I can't see them.
I know they're yours to set free when you leave.
Oh.
Let them go.
You can set them free now if you
All
want.
these guys still in here.
Are we supposed to set them free?
Yeah.
Won't they go into the atmosphere and explode?
They were all separate, but they've gotten all taken.
Hey, these guys need the rope, huh?
they need a way to get down.
Let them go. Some whale somewhere will eat them.
Yeah, it's
Some
not-
whale somewhere. Did you know that we're running out of helium, right?
yeah, because we've been here since the crack of dawn. We didn't get the memo.
No, I mean like the globe is running out.
Literally.
Oh,
They're always pretty early.
I'm like, Janet, where
That's
the
why. Oh no, it's not important now.
Irene.
Oh boy!
I'll get him on the table. I'll give him back. But
So I've coined a new phrase. I think I'm calling it melancholic serendipity. So if you don't know what melancholy is a long, prolonged gloom
Yeah.
and depression, and serendipity is a happenstance event of fortune. So we have been enduring quite a bit. Right, my whole thing's out of order now.
Oh boy, now your life is ruined.
I know. So, we are suffering in this country from 3 pandemic and endemic diseases. We are suffering from coronavirus, but there's going to be a vaccine for that. We are suffering, of course, from the swine flu, and we are the vaccine for that.
This way, this way.
The swine flu? See, it's a swine flu.
Okay, we know.
Swine flu, yeah.
Okay.
And we are also, of course, suffering from Trump virus. And I believe we are also the vaccine for that.
How about stupid virus?
Honey,
that's
there's no vaccine for that.
That's amazing.
So right
There's no
now,
fixing
I'm going to tell you
stupid,
that,
that's a
we
fact.
need to, as they said in Dead Poet Society, carpe diem. Now's the time for us to seize this day. And
Carpe diem.
Carpe diem. It does not mean that you get to eat a goldfish every day. It means seize the day. And and you guys have all apparently been prisoners. Well, I've been a prisoner,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
so it's been stressful for you guys. we had a small toilet paper shortage, but thankfully I was able to sell police reports for toilet paper.
Got a little extra for your commissary, did you?
Oh, June is Gay Pride Month. I don't know if you guys know that.
Yes.
Yay! So this is a self-portrait. I drew it from memory. It's about 20-year-old memory, but
I remember the guy.
yeah, that's well. I don't want to talk about Sergeant Guzman out loud.
No, let's not.
Don't say his name.
Don't even say it.
I told you that we're suffering from the Trump virus, and I've drawn a depiction of the Trump virus in case you guys can't see it here. But he is wearing his MAGA hat. He is carrying a Bible. It's not his Bible, it's a Bible. And of course, he's just pointing fingers. So thank you, Donald Trump. I think that Trump is important. This coronavirus is very important. Without the coronavirus, well, I was going to say all you fuckers would be employed, but that's not true. Those people would all be employed.
I'm employed.
Right. He's employed, yes. There's a lot of talk about blackness, about race. I don't know, for those of you that have not noticed, have not figured this out, have not heard my many statements, the finger on my sign, the finger on my tattoo is brown. And that finger is brown for a reason. Because brown people can't do this. White people can barely do this. Right? So we have a black problem in this country that now is the time to solve. And we have a more important problem. We have a blue problem.
Yeah,
We
black
have a
and
blue problem. And we asked for the public to wake up. And guys, guess what? This is our moment. They woke up.
Yes.
They woke up. So this is Janet's gift. This is the first ever, as far as I know, illustrated federal civil rights lawsuit. Because they kept fucking with me. And this is one of the pages out of the federal civil rights lawsuit. This demonstrates our blue problem. This is a deputy in Denver. This is anatomically correct and to scale.
It is so much better than what I imagined.
You gotta show it this way, please. This way.
You may notice the ridiculously enlarged genitalia.
Oh my.
Brett Garignani snuffed the life out of Michael Marshall, a 100-pound elderly black man. And not only did he fail to revive his dead victim, but he was nominated for a life-saving award.
Without saving a life.
And the city paid $4.65 million to Michael Marshall's family.
So why do they call us dumb Polacks?
You'd have to ask Copernicus, I don't know.
I know.
I
mean,
but
this is crazy. That's what
this is an outrage. But they kept kicking my lawsuit back to me because now you're in jail, so you have to write out the prisoner form. Now I'm out of jail, so I'm probably gonna have to rewrite it again. They said I'm prolix, which means long and boring. I had to look it up. I know, none of us do that. I guess you have to be a federal judge to know that. So I decided, since they're limiting me to 30 pages, and I think, well, you know, a picture's worth 1,000 words.
Yes.
I could find no prohibition against images, so I have 30 pages of this. And yes, you're in it. Get a picture of that smile. Because I want you to tell me if I didn't nail that smile to a T when you see that lawsuit.
Behind him.
Janet's smile is
So
infectious.
this is a problem. Brett Garignani is protected by the police union. Brett Garignani, not only was he nominated for a life-saving award for failing to resuscitate his now dead victim, who was screaming, "I can't breathe," snuffed the life out of him.
Which, I'm sorry, it took 13 minutes and some change before they started rendering the first aid.
Yeah. And then he was suspended for 18 days for violating numerous policies, and the police union got that overturned. So Brett Garignani to this day acts with impunity, and I'm sure Janet can show you the scars. Because when she said, "Fuck you, you murderer pig," freedom!
We love you!
One of the balloons came
Brett
loose.
Garignani grabbed her by the arm and ripped her skin off. So he apparently has a habit of abusing elderly people. Extremely old people. Young people that...
Young elderly.
think about that outrageousness of a 400-pound Goliath
I love that.
abusing tiny people. But one of the things that I think is important right now, what is everybody saying when we hear the name George Floyd? What are the other names that we're hearing? Give me some names. Give me some names, Janet. How many times have we marched?
Trey Sean.
I'm ready.
Trey Sean.
I'm personally ready
Timmy
to protest
Henley.
something
Timmy
different.
Henley.
Timmy Henley.
That's right.
Paul Castaway.
Christopher
Paul
Mack.
Joe
Castaway.
Valverde.
Paul
Joe
Castaway.
Valverde.
Joseph Valverde. Right. And by the way, Paul Castaway's cousin,
Yeah.
Seneca Williams,
Is
is
it-
currently isolated
Yeah.
for COVID right now.
Yeah.
That's the little brother of Red Fawn,
Yes.
and the cousin of Tristan Richards, who was in there with me now. He's now out. So one of the things that bothers me is that Paul Castaway was having a mental health episode, holding a knife to his throat, and the Denver police shot him in the chest 4 times. Paul Castaway's dying words were, "What's wrong with you guys?"
In front of 18 children.
That's right. And his mother, Lynn Eaglefeather, we went to the indigenous peoples. What was that place that we went to that one day? And Lynn Eaglefeather was speaking. She's like, this happens all the time. And everybody has an outrage. Everybody's calling Paul Castaway now.
Yeah.
They're calling Eric Garner tomorrow. They're calling George Floyd today. And she's bothered because she says this flares up and then everybody moves on with their lives and it goes away. And we cannot let this go away.
No.
Lynn Eaglefeather hasn't let it go away, has she? She's still very active. She stuck to her words, right?
Still crying.
Still crying and still out there. And so George Floyd is Paul Castaway.
Yeah.
George Floyd is Timmy Henley. George Floyd is,
Yep.
Thousands of people.
fill in this name here, is thousands
Ryan
of people.
Raphael.
Christopher Matthew Poor.
Christopher Matthew Poor. By the way, you would be astonished, and I'd like to talk more about this. Maybe you and I could do a specific interview. There are a number of officers, as I've been going through all my paperwork, that there are actually very few officers on my naughty list, for example, from Westminster in particular, that have gone on to become killer cops or rapist cops or severely maimed and injured people. And out of the hundreds, if not thousands of police officers that I've had interactions with, to have a dozen of them, hey guys, guess what I am? I am a very formidable bad cop detector. And we'll get to that, because that's where we're gonna have to go here. To solve the Paul Castaway problem, we need to practice gun control.
I got a great
That's
picture
the
of
thing.
that.
You practice gun control by hog-tying the cops.
Yeah, that's
You hog-tie the cops a number of ways. You hog-tie them with leadership. We have a leadership vacuum in this country right now. And you may remember, Janet, when Donald Trump was elected, before he was even in office, he said anybody that would burn the American flag should have their citizenship stripped away from them and they should be deported. Well, to be deported, you have to have matriculated from somewhere else. And so, otherwise it's called an exile, but you know, who knew? They knew what they were doing when they stuck me in this box for 7 months. They cut the head off the snake. I didn't believe that. I didn't believe you people have been telling me that. Whatever. So, right now we need to put the head back on the snake. It's going to be a little bit right? I want you to remember that I was the fuck the cops guy before it was popular.
Round it off.
And I'm glad to see that it's popular. This is what we asked for. We asked for the people to wake up. The people woke up. Had we not been suffering from COVID virus, they would have moved on with their lives and Lynn Eaglefeather would still be crying. Alone, voiceless. But because we didn't have to go to work, we were able to take the streets. That's the job of an actual citizen. Donald Trump tried to push back with his military. Not only did the people press back, but our top military leaders said, not on our watch. That is not what we fought for. That is not what we fought for. And I don't think that we ever, I don't know anybody here that actually maybe believed that this moment might come, but it kind of came up by surprise on us, right?
Yes.
It did. This is the moment. So now what are we going to do with it? We have the moment. What are we going to do with it?
like
And I
a
think we need to ask that question because I don't think we've prepared for that.
Here, do this.
So let's show the world what leadership looks like. The media's been saying, where's our civil rights leaders? Where's our civil rights leaders? Where's our civil rights leaders? Well, actually, you put us all in jail. So you guys told me that you wanted leadership out here when you posted all those bots. So we need leadership. Oh, hon, you lost your. Is that yours?
Came from over there.
People talk about when are we going to go back to normal, and they're talking about a new norm. Let me tell you about normal. We inherited normal. Normal is 400 years of putting our knees in the necks of the black people that we stole from their country, stripped them of their family, and stripped them of their culture, stripped them of their language. That's the reality of America. And that is not the Constitution I fought for. It's not. So we're not going to talk about new norms because we inherited our norms. You didn't do it. You didn't do it. You didn't do it. Well, she might have done it. She looks guilty, those little...
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so new norms, we get to make our own new norms. This is the moment. This is that critical moment in our history. We get to make the new norm. The new norm has police accountability. We're not going to get rid of the police, but here's what we can do. We can get rid of the police unions. We could stop negotiating with the collective bargaining unit. It is the collective bargaining unit that has kept a fat fucking murderer pig in office with a badge where he abuses people every time we go in that building. Raise your hand if you've been abused by Brett Garignani.
Not me, but by the police.
I'm looking out here. Several of you guys testified in my last trial, and we asked every one of you, are you the victim of police brutality? And every one of my witnesses raised their hand, and not one of them was black. Keep that in mind. We do have a race problem, but our biggest problem is a police problem. Qualified immunity is in question this very day. Okay? I don't think we need to take qualified immunity away. I do find that it has a legitimate function, but I do think that we need to raise the bar on it. I think we need to raise the bar on it.
I for one, sure would like the people to get a little bit of that qualified immunity. Right? If I didn't know that it was against the law, I sure would like to be able to walk away from something.
Well, intriguingly enough, we watched qualified immunity walk down the streets in Indiana, and qualified immunity got arrested for humping the back of a police vehicle. But we need to open the police department. We need to open it. The jail's always open. Okay? How come the police department isn't open? We need to test. Here. What the fuck is wrong with those people?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I have my First Amendment right here.
That's right.
And I fucking do my First Amendment right. I'm coming here to pick up my fucking brother's wife. And these motherfuckers don't give a fuck about any of us.
Well, we're about to make them care. They're going to give a fuck about us because how are we going to recover from COVID virus? Until there's a vaccine, we need to do testing. Testing. And I want to tell you how we're going to test. I'm going to test. And you guys are going to back me up on this. We are going to leverage the power of data, of computers.
Right.
We are going to get police reports open because I told Westminster 7 years ago that Drew Smith was going to be a killer cop. And he is.
I apologize.
I said 7 years ago that Michael Catlano would be a killer cop. And he is. Both of whom shot their victims through the window of moving vehicles, by the way. Right? If you're following any of my news, you know how important that is.
Hollywood girls.
No, I'm
Yeah.
just picking up I'm picking up my fuck your brother's lady.
Good. Somebody, it's good for people not to be abandoned, right?
Yep.
So the other
Hey,
thing
but
is,
like, at the same time, do you guys want to lower your income tax?
hey, can we do that in a minute while we're finished? When we finish with this press conference? Thank you.
It's a press
Appreciate
conference.
it. That's right.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to come
No
here
worries.
and fucking bulldog you.
That's fine.
Hey, can you watch my bike?
Yeah, we'll watch your bike.
All right, can you watch
bet.
my dog? I'll tie him onto the
I can't
pole.
watch your dog. I mean, that's just because
I will.
I'm not focused
I will.
on it. But yeah, thank you. So how are we going to test them? We're going to use data. We need to get police reports. When somebody comes to us and says, hey, Thomas Twaits beat me up. Okay, Jonathan Smith, look him up. Thomas Twaits, my very first video, the Retardo Max video. Thomas Twaits beat this man so badly that his face moved like this, and this jail did nothing for him. His face healed in the wrong position, all of his teeth popped out, his eyeballs fell into his skull. And there's a federal civil rights lawsuit for that. I helped him write it. We're going to leverage the power of artificial intelligence to analyze the language of those reports. We're going to pull reports associated with those officers. The independent monitor gets to see the complaints, they get to see the internal affairs process. I think we can early detect. I told them Michael Catlano would become a murderer, and he did. We know that Guzman was a murderer at birth. He's killed 2 people, shooting them through the windows of the car. I can tell you by reading a report whether that cop is a law enforcement officer or a fucking murderer pig. And we're going to leverage that. I can't stand on the street anymore. Bummer for them. They should have kept me out there. Now they won't be able to hear my voice. They won't know where it's coming from. We're going to reform the judicial system. And I kind of don't like the word reform because it's like meaningless. Like everybody, hey, do you agree in diversity? Should we have diversity? Diversity from what? Okay, reform from what? Well, I'm going to tell you what we need to do. We need to get a constitutional amendment in this state mandating that judges instruct jurors on their right to nullify the law.
Yes.
I agree.
There you go. Yeah.
We need to open the court proceedings. Well, guess what? We just did. Right? Thank you, COVID. Again, melancholic serendipity. We opened the court system with COVID because now it's open. I think we need to make sure it is incumbent upon us to make sure they don't snap that door shut again. It works in Keene, New Hampshire. It can work in Denver, Colorado.
That's right.
We need to replace the punitive system with restorative justice.
Yes.
All right, how long have I been saying that, Janet? The country of New Zealand offering restorative justice is a mandatory part of their penal system. And it works. And it works. That's right. And finally, we need to raise the retention threshold for judges. In Colorado, judges are appointed, and then they run for retention, and it says on the ballot, should we keep this schmuck or not? Well, there's a 50% chance you're going to keep the guy just on randomness. Right? If we had, say, a supermajority standard, 67% to retain judges, then we wouldn't have Kerry Lombardi. We wouldn't have Barry Schwartz. We certainly wouldn't have Andre Rudolph and many others. So these judges that are these judges that are not meeting the standard are skating by because our threshold is too low. That's going to require a change to our Constitution. There's 2 constitutional amendments we have to do. So we got to work on that. So the judicial system comes from the police system. We need to control the injection point of the criminal justice system by analyzing police reports before they become murderers. And we need to change the way that the judicial system handles those cases once they come their way.
How about analyzing decisions of judges as normal? See what I mean? We need to look at the judges and know that that person is irrational.
Well, I think that once we control the injection point of the criminal justice system, which is the lying murderer pigs, then the judicial system can follow. The judicial system will suddenly have a lot less work, and so we can focus on it. So that's why I say bareback the blue.
Woo! Woo! One of my favorites.
One of my favorites. And notice what happens when you peel away the thin blue line. It reveals the true nature of the police state. We saw that in Washington.
Yes.
Right? We saw that in Washington. And while we're doing this, we need to think about our values. Everybody talks about GDP, the economy, GDP, the economy, the economy, the economy. Well, you might be surprised to learn that gross domestic product is only additive. There's no debit side to that, to the column. They only add it. Some of the things that gross domestic product includes is you can sell milk. There is a price. There is a number attached to a gallon of milk. That means a gallon of goat's milk, a gallon of cow's milk, even a gallon of buffalo milk is accounted for in GDP. But guess what kind of milk is not included in GDP? The most important milk. The most important thing you can do for your infant is to give it mother's milk. Mother's milk has no value. I'm sorry, your boobs are worthless.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And that's not just coming from a gay man. That's true according to the GDP. So here's some other things that are worthless. When's the last time anybody ironed their clothes?
I iron my clothes every day.
Well, you were at leisure according to the economists. Has anybody maybe done some vacuuming? Washed some dishes? cleared a toilet? That's right, you were all on leisure.
Oh.
While you were changing your baby's diapers, dressing your children, driving them to work, homeschooling them, all of those things are worthless. An economy is not built on the things that really matter. The things that really matter is your contribution to your family. What is COVID telling us? COVID said, my God, I didn't even know that I had children. They have minds. We're having discussions. I'm getting to know my own family. The sky's clear. You can see Beijing from satellite now. You know how it goes back and forth on the flat Earth? Yeah, it doesn't look like a brown splotch anymore. There are actually little ants down there. The values that we need to incorporate into our work as we move this movement forward, whatever we find this movement to be, I'd say we need to focus on the real values of humanity. Nationalism is a very dangerous beast. Look at North Korea, perhaps the most nationalistic state we have. Donald Trump is a nationalist. That's dangerous. That is not what community looks like. This is what community looks like.
Does happiness have value? Happiness of the community.
Happiness has no value if you're an economist. Get back to work, bitch. So when we move forward, Donald Trump wants to restore the rule of law. I want to restore the rule of law.
The true rule of law.
We gave you the law.
I agree.
And the law
I
is the
do
Constitution.
campaigns all day.
Right? You took an oath to uphold the law, and you're breaking the law. You gotta be ashamed of yourselves. We need to restore the rule of law. I am so thankful for our top military leaders for coming out and saying, no, guys, this is what we fought for. What an amazing thing, because in other countries the military takes over in a coup, right? And we become nationalists. That's dangerous. If I learned anything off of the fake news, with their fake polls and their fake coronavirus, I have learned that the rest of the world has looked at this moment as something important. This isn't a national problem, and it's not going to be a national solution. This is a global problem. And when the rest of the world is marching in solidarity with us, that's important for us, because this is what they're marching for. It's marching for we the people. And finally, Mr. Trump, that Bible, a Bible, is not a prop. It is not a prop. I'm an atheist. So is Donald Trump. That's pretty obvious. But this Bible is a holy, sacred text to many people in this world. To others that may not consider it sacred and holy, it is certainly a source of inspiration.
You are?
And it is absolutely a source of 4,000 years of social guidance. Social guidance. Mr. Trump, you don't hold a Bible up for a prop. You should at least open it.
That's right. That's
So,
right.
as an atheist, I'm going to open this Bible right now, because this Bible has value whether you're a believer or not. And I'm going to quote from Isaiah 1, chapter 17. Surprised I knew that?
Nice.
Okay.
I love that one.
Isaiah 1:17, and you guys will all embrace this, I'm sure, says that it is incumbent upon us to be a voice for the voiceless. Allow me to quote. This is from the New
First
English,
Amendment, right.
the New and International Version.
Sorry,
Learn to do good.
Yes.
Seek justice. Help the oppressed. Defend the cause of orphans. And that means judicial orphans as well. And fight for the rights of widows. That means those that have been widowed from justice as well. Mr. Trump, get out of our White House. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to go into silence.
I apologize for being so
But
loud.
I'm not going to be so silent in my silence. So let's take advantage of this moment. Let's take advantage of this moment.
Seize the moment.
So right now, I would like us all to stand quietly for 8 minutes and 46 seconds to honor the death and hopefully the new life that springs forth
from George Floyd. You're my timer, right?
I can time it.
Brown.
Go.
Sit. Sit. Hold me down. See how it looks. Good.
It's the only part of my speech I didn't practice because I wanted to be authentic. I haven't stood that still for that long in my entire life. Just like that, a man's life slipped away from him while he cried for his mother and said, "I can't breathe." What did the police say? "Breathe this, bitch." Boom, tear gas. We've got an awful lot of work to do. And I'm going to close with two quotes from two law enforcement officers that I admire. Shocker, huh? Now Sergeant Dobbins, Denver, Colorado, Sheriff's Department. Years and years ago, back when Janet and I were occupying the courthouse plaza, spreading the good news about jury nullification, she said, "Mr. Brandt, you don't belong here. Why are you here?" And we had a conversation, and I asked her in that several days, I said, "Miss Dobbins, how did you know that?" And she knew exactly what I meant when I asked that question. And she says, "Mr. Brandt, this is what I do. not who I am. This is what I do, not who I am. And the other person I'm going to quote is a deputy here at the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. I told you guys to leave me here because I felt safest here. And that doesn't mean that I felt safe, it just means I felt safest. But they had a lot of consternation over these masks. They tried to remove me from my program several times over these masks because I wanted to be safe. And they had a responsibility for my safety, right? COVID was not my problem, but it was my concern. And that means it was their concern. And all the hubbub, the officers talk, and I hear it from many sides. And an officer told me that another officer by the name of Deputy Shutt told him I would take an entire pod of Eric Brandt's. That's right. Shutt would take a pod of 90 people just like Eric Brandt. That means something. To me, anyway. It means that's what they do, not necessarily who they are. This is what we do. It's not who we are. We have a lot of work to do. Let's get to work. Sorry, it's not my color anymore. I hope you brought clothes. They wouldn't let me take my other clothes. I'm sorry, I can't hug you guys. I've contaminated. Come on. We'll hug in a couple weeks after I'm quarantined.
It's nice to know you want to hug.
I do. I don't like people touching me, do I? Yay.
I got some great shots of some titties. It was fantastic. Well, hey,
I feel like a fembot.
You know, I hate to troll you.
And with that, guys,
I'm pretty sure that your mother's
we're going to end the stream. Eric Brandt is free. He's made his speech. Now it's time for him to get some food in him, some drink in him, get his stuff put settled. Thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you guys later. Everybody have a good afternoon. Maybe we'll see you later this afternoon.
By the way, Eric, that's Tom. He wrote you lots of letters.
Oh,
He's my guy.
You did.
He wrote you a lot.
I could read them. I probably spent more time reading your letters than any